All right. Welcome to North Dakota After Dark. It is North Dakota. It is after dark and it's still cold. But we are very, very pleased to be joined today by Baylee Bjorge for our 20th episode. We made
She
it.
is she is a celebrity.
She is.
So we are very lucky to have her.
I understand, Baylee, you are often referred to as Grand Forks' #1 hockey fan.
Yes,
So
that's true.
we're very lucky to have you on the show. And Bailey, I understand that you very recently followed our Instagram page. So thank you so
Yep.
much.
She
We were
could
waiting
bring
a
us
long time.
I was gonna say, and we need she like this is gonna help us with her sharing because Bailey has way more friends than I do.
Yes.
She's just like we go to public places. But I should add in Bailey and I are recording together tonight. For anyone who doesn't know, Bailey is my niece.
Yeah.
So I've known her every minute of her whole life. But we go out to public places and people I've never met before. I've lived in Grand Forks my entire life. Oh, Bailey, hey, Bailey. And I don't know them at all, but she is recognized by like 5 people everywhere we go. So we need some of your riz for the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
bring your followers.
Yeah.
I have a t-shirt, Bailey, that says local celebrity, and I think maybe I should find you one too. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Perfect.
Yeah,
Sounds
perfect. Yeah,
perfect. Yeah.
that's great. So we wanted to talk to Bailey about a number of things, mostly hockey, but a little bit of volleyball as well. I recently heard some very good news from Bailey about her volleyball. So Bailey, would you like to share that with us today?
Sure. So, I played volleyball since 8 years old,
Since she was
Okay,
8. Yep.
wonderful.
and last year we took second for last year,
Yep.
Okay.
Last year they took second.
but this
Ooh.
year we were being in the goal for this year.
Yep. You're going to get the gold this year. And so Bailey made the top team for volleyball for Special Olympics of North Dakota. And what is your team name?
Thunder.
The Thunder.
That is a good team name. What number do you guys have numbers, Bailey? And if so, what
No,
number
not
do you
yet,
have?
not yet.
Not
We
yet.
get
Okay.
we get it for state or districts.
Okay. What number do you
okay.
think you'll pick?
I'm thinking 11.
11's a good number.
Bailey, do you know what number I wore when I played volleyball?
11.
It's like serendipitous.
It really is. It really is. When
Yep.
when I played volleyball and wore number 11, I liked the number 11 so much. I made my very first pin number 1111.
No one will ever guess that.
No, not now.
There's high level security there.
Yeah. Well, it's Canada. I knew 3
Yep.
people, and they're all my cousins. So
It's like picking 1, 2, 3, 4.
also a good pick, right? I mean, it's so
Right.
obvious. It's so obvious. It's too obvious. So
Yeah. You're never going to forget it.
right. Bailey, what do you like most about volleyball?
Hang out with friends and athletes, and they're kind of like family to me.
Yeah, that's a very good answer because as we told you when we started the show, I play volleyball with your Auntie Kelly, and that's the most fun thing for me. One, winning, and two, the people.
Right.
Mhm.
We do. And that, you got to come, Kyle. I'm going to invite you to one of her Special
Oh, I'd
Olympics
love to go.
volleyball matches because it is highly competitive
Yeah,
and they're very good. Like I enjoy it so, but in any of the sports, like when like she just had soccer the last season, and I mean it is highly competitive and really great. Like you will never have more fun. I encourage everybody, anytime you get a chance, go to any Special Olympics sporting event. And it doesn't even have to be like they do bocce, they do bowling, they do like anything that could appeal to you. But it is so much fun. And it is like you leave feeling really, really good because it's
yeah,
positive and competitive and fun and it's a really great experience, don't you think, Baze?
Yeah.
yeah.
Bailey loves Special Olympics.
It's so much fun to watch people play sports and just enjoy just being there. It's just it's a nice. Yeah, you said it best, Kelly. You leave with a real nice feeling. So I like that. I'm really excited to come and check that out.
Bailey would be a good fit on our volleyball team as well because Bailey doesn't play to lose. She plays to win. She is competitive and she's not like it's she does not take losing lightly. So because number one thing about our volleyball team, we're not here to have fun.
No, we're not. My wife, Bailey, when I was trying to talk your Auntie Kelly into playing, was trying to get people not to play because she said, Kyle doesn't have fun. He's just there to win and kick sand at people.
Yeah. Yeah. And
But
Amanda also won't play. That
she
his
won't
wife.
play.
She will not join our team.
But we had fun by winning.
We did.
Yeah, we started off slow, but we were real good by the end, which is good because we all got better. Now I'm just looking off to the side for one of my other volleyball trophies that I see it now. It'll make it appear. So, when do you start, Bailey?
We just started.
So you just started.
Wonderful.
What nights do you do volleyball?
On Mondays and Wednesdays.
Okay,
Very
nice.
cool.
My district is coming up, so in February.
Districts?
Yes,
Where do they play here in Grand Forks or
Grand Forks.
in
Oh,
Grand,
lucky.
in Grand Forks? Perfect.
That's nice that it's here. I wouldn't want you to have to go to Minot or somewhere else that's like,
No,
They have
Right?
in the past gone to well, not for volleyball, but what sport? Or basketball.
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 oh, no kid. Okay.
And they had like the nerve. I don't know if you're familiar with the Vegas Hotel in Minot. RIP. It doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, no.
But that used to be where they put them. And the Vegas in the nicest way could have been referred to as like the gateway to hell. Like,
Sure.
so yeah, they made a lot of sacrifices for their love of their game. So, is basketball still in Minot?
yes,
Okay, but you guys have upgraded from the Vegas because I believe they
Yeah.
tore it down.
yeah.
Can't imagine why.
I spent a lot of time in Minot. Bailey, I grew up only about 3 hours away from Minot, and I've never even heard of the Vegas.
Oh, yep. It's interesting. Very, very interesting. The kind of place where you go in and there's like a picture of Elvis on one wall and then like a framed picture of a clown on another wall. So real easy,
Classy. Yeah.
real classy establishment. Yeah, give you good feelings. Like you didn't want to like to put it in perspective, my sister Genevieve brought bedding that she bought to dispose of after staying at the Vegas. So
I get where you're coming from.
real classy joint.
That sounds frightening.
Yep.
There was a time when that wouldn't have bothered me, but now that I'm getting long in the tooth, I can't.
No.
Yeah.
Not okay.
Bailey, I'm going to tell a very quick hotel story. When I was in British Columbia, I was going to some hockey games and we ran into a snowstorm and we had to take the first room we found. I think it was in Fernie, BC. We got the room and sounds very similar to the Vegas. I knocked on the door. They're like, yeah, we have one room, but it's the honeymoon suite. And so I don't care. I'll take it. Got in there. It had a master bedroom, but it also had a hide-a-bed, a pull-out couch, which I got. And I opened up and there was candy wrappers in there.
Oh,
More
maybe a
questions than
mouse or
answers.
two as well.
Yeah, more questions than answers. So that's okay. So I guess moving on, Bailey, I also understand as much as I'd like to talk about volleyball for a long time, we're supposed to be a hockey podcast, so I'm going to have to transition over. Who are your favorite teams in town?
UND,
Okay, I've heard of them.
Central,
Good choice as well.
and Minnesota Duluth.
And Minnesota. We also like those Pee-wee aviators, right?
Yeah,
Your
aviators.
cousin? Yeah, we do like those Pee-wee aviators. So
There's a lot of good choices there. So I did not get a chance to go to the Central game last night, Bailey. I was at the East Grand Forks game, where my 8-year-old was trying to pick up middle schoolers.
Charlie could. Kid's got more riz than anybody should have. He just really does.
They bought him a hot chocolate. So, I mean, I think as an 8-year-old, I think that constitutes success. So tell me about the Central game last night. I know it wasn't the result we wanted.
No, it was fast score until one of our goalies got kicked out for a 5-minute major and game of conduct.
I heard all about that on the radio. Bailey, both of my sons are goalies. So I always like when I hear about a goalie throwing a punch. So I think that's very exciting.
He got ran twice, and the second time he didn't take it laying down.
Good.
So
That's what I like to hear.
yeah, goaltender was ejected.
Mhm.
So, but not the result that we wanted, but the Central Red River games are always fun.
Always
They
excited.
are.
Yeah.
It's
How,
good
yeah,
hometown hockey.
I like that. How was the atmosphere at the Eagles Arena? Was it exciting? What did you get a good seat? Tell me all about that.
I was standing by the glass,
Oh,
front row, and lot of lot of hitting.
There's a lot of hitting.
which is so when you're standing on the glass though, you really hear that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and you always position yourself because you're always there to give fist bumps to the boys.
Yep, I was to get fist bump to
It's a
them.
tradition, and they know that they got to fist bump Baylee when they come on and off the ice. So she's
So
kind of the heart and soul.
I like to hear that. So here's a question I have is I was at the East Grand Forks game and then I took one of my son's friends to the game and it was very busy. How early do you have to get there to get a spot on the glass?
I could do it by like 5 something, but the JV plays first
Okay,
and varsity plays next.
so really early. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's committed. Like she knows she gets there and she's not leaving. So you were there before I got there last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Bailey, my wife, who is one of your Auntie Kelly's friends, does not like to be on time for anything. She's always late, and it makes me a little crazy. So maybe do you think you could give her a lesson on being on time for things?
Yeah.
Okay,
100%.
because she could really use a refresher.
Oh, you know,
Um,
I have to defend her because I'm not a punctual human, and so I always just sorry I'm late, guys. I didn't want to be here.
yeah,
That's my excuse.
it's a,
So
it's a
yeah.
tremendous line, and I appreciate it. And actually, if I'm looking at the positives here, one of the fun things I like to do with your husband, Matt, in the summer or spring, Bailey, when we're waiting outside in the car and we're waiting for your Auntie Kelly and for my wife Amanda, I'll send a picture of an empty seat beside me to Matt, and he'll send me a picture of his empty seat because we're both waiting. We're waiting for Kelly and Amanda.
Mhm.
A lot, not all the time, but sometimes.
Gotta be fashionable.
Yeah.
Not Bailey though. She's punctual, especially for sporting events. Bailey
Sure.
likes to be early, very because she doesn't like to miss a minute.
No.
No, right, as you should. So, now I have a couple more questions about the Eagles. Did you get to go to the concession stand?
No, it was too
Oh,
crowded.
that's I was going to ask what the best concessions there were because I took a couple 8-year-old boys to East Grand Forks and they have pretty good, I'm reluctant to say this, but very good concessions there. And so they got ramen noodles and cookies
Ooh,
and
there's good
popcorn.
pizza.
They have good
They have
pizza.
good pizza and they have Dippin' Dots.
Yeah. No, the Eagles was not offering. I did go to the concession stand. One thing I did like that they did this for this game, which was a smart idea, was they set up now that the Eagles is remodeled, they have the concession area that's in between the blue line and the Eagles, which they had open, but they set up like a temporary concession stand
Oh, nice.
like closer to the front of the entrance for the Eagles. So that was nice because it created a little less of a log jam at the other one. So it was, but I mean, it was true to Grand Forks, like hot dog, although they had Bavarian almonds, which I thought was a little fancy.
Oh, yeah.
A little fancy. So yeah, that but I don't know why we can't get to the level of East Grand Forks concessions, but it just seems like Grand Forks, we can only dream to be at their level. I mean, they have frozen orange juice, and that's always impressed.
That is, yeah. I would say though, I think our concessions are trending upward. But East Grand Forks does have a nice little setup and they're efficient as well. So
Also, shout out in North Dakota hockey. I don't know if you've ever been to the Grafton concessions. Grafton has wildly good
yeah,
concessions.
yeah.
Wildly good. Baked potatoes, Cold Stone ice cream cookie sandwiches. It's Grafton is killing the concession stand game. So I have to give a shout out because I will go when Central plays Grafton. I go there for the concessions.
Yeah, I agreed. And if I might interject here, I'm not one-upping, I'm just trying to interject. Mayville, underrated concessions.
Yes.
When my oldest boy was a first-year squirt, young guy, what are they, 9 at that time, maybe 10. Tight game against Mayville or Mayport, I should say. Walked out of the concession stand or walked out of the locker room near the concession, went up to the window, dropped some money, came back, and had hot dogs delivered to the locker room and ate them
Ooh.
during the intermission. So I thought that's kind of a baller move too. And I appreciate that they
Fancy.
deliver.
Yeah, I do too. That's
Yeah.
fancy.
Yeah. So, Baylee, if you were able to attend or if you were able to go to the concession, what would you have ordered? Like, what is your number one thing to order at the concession?
Popcorn.
Good, Baylee. Wonderful, wonderful answer. I love popcorn.
She's bam.
Do you like and I one of the things we like to talk about on the show, Baylee, are favorite things that we're drinking. And I see you have a Mountain Dew. How is that treating you?
Good.
Do you like to have a Mountain Dew early in the morning or do you like them late at night?
Day and night.
Yeah, how come?
It's my bedtime treat.
Oh, good one.
Nothing like a little caffeine right before you lay down to go to bed, huh?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it.
And you had no trouble sleeping?
No.
Geez, I like that. Man, you have a lot of interesting things to say, Baylee. Now, the big thing, Baylee, we wanted to talk about is I understand you have a very fancy job now.
Yes, I do.
Would you like to tell us all about it?
Yeah. Every once a week on Mondays, I go to um the, the locker room at UND
Okay.
and I bring teas for 3 players I had to pick.
Okay.
And I hang out with them and work out, have lunch,
Play the music, right?
play ice
Ooh.
music.
What kind of music do you play? Some real bangers?
Yeah, with good
What
music.
what is the number one song you like to play currently?
Um, Love the Way You Lie.
Love the
Oh,
way you
good
like
one.
Rihanna and Eminem.
Yes.
That's certified banger.
Yeah. Now, did you just choose an Eminem song because I'm wearing a Detroit hat?
No.
No, oh, just an act. Okay, that's okay. The lunch at the UND locker room was very good. What is your favorite thing to eat there?
The pizza panini.
Pizza
Oh,
paninis.
Yes,
yeah, because they have their own
Nice.
panini press there, don't they?
yes, they do.
Okay, nice.
That's wild.
And I also play ping pong.
And play ping
Oh,
pong.
I love we have a ping pong table in my basement, but nobody will play me.
I'm really good at it.
I,
She is very good at ping
yeah,
pong. She's scary good at ping pong. So I don't play against her because I'm not good at ping pong. And she has we have had Baylee goes all out on her birthday. She pulls all the
okay,
stops out. So she will organize ping pong tournaments and half of Grand Forks comes to these ping pong tournaments and I am always eliminated in the first rounds and she makes it to the championship round because she's very good at ping pong. Who won the tournament last year?
It's me and Louis Jaminick.
Oh, Jammernick. Yeah.
so but he's training to be a pilot, so I bet you he has good hand-eye coordination, right?
I don't know.
Yeah. Now, did you did you carry the team to victory, or did he carry the team to victory?
I don't know.
Okay, equal.
Equal kind of.
I think it
That's
was
good.
you. I'm gonna
That's
say
good.
it was you. I think it was you.
It's both of us.
It was
That sounds
both.
like a good partnership.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're being modest, but
Now, I have a couple of friends that are coaches on that team, Ryan Leducer and
Yep.
Carl Gehring, very nice guys. Who is the better ping pong player out of those two guys, if you had to pick?
Kyle.
Carl Geary.
Kyle. Gary.
Yeah.
He's quick. He's the goalie too.
You say
Yeah.
it's those goaltenders and that hand-eye coordination. You know, they
very
they
quick.
have an advantage.
Yeah.
So where do you get the teas from that you
Yeah.
bring to the boys? And do they have a particular favorite flavor?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Sublime.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
And do the UND boys have a particular tea flavor that's
Yes.
preferred?
Yes. I have the tea order in my phone.
Okay.
I pre-order them.
How do you pick which three players get the tees? Do you switch off, or
I switched it off.
you switch it off,
Oh, that's
keep
nice.
track of who you did?
Yep.
Nice.
Now, has everybody received a tee so far?
Not everybody yet.
What about Caleb Johnson?
He's next.
He better be next.
Gee.
You know how I like that Caleb Johnson.
Yeah.
Hey, please.
Yeah.
Do you know, I had Caleb Johnson. I teach a class at the University of North Dakota, and I had Caleb in my class this year. He's a very nice young man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very nice.
He is
Yeah.
a very sweet boy.
If you had to guess what grade Caleb got in my class, what grade would you guess?
I think it's junior.
No, but what grade? A,
What
B,
grade?
C, D,
Yeah.
F?
I did like between C and D.
Between a C and a D.
You have to go a
Is
little
that-
higher, Bailey. He did very well.
I was gonna say, are you just like, I mean, is that goaltender prejudice? Is that where you came in, that, you know, like they're not the sharpest guys, that's why we put them in the net?
I don't know. I don't know. It's like, sorry.
No, Caleb did well. Caleb got an A, and he did a really nice presentation. So you can tell him I thought he did a good job.
Oh,
Is that a deal? I have another favor to ask. Do you mind?
yeah.
Okay, so in the summertime, Coach Jackson beat me at beanbags about 4 or 5 times, and bad. Like one time I didn't even score a point. Will you tell him that Kyle Kozier wants to play him in lawn darts in the summer with your auntie?
Yeah.
Me and your auntie are going to beat him pretty bad, I think. Do you know your aunt's very good at lawn darts?
We're a vicious
No,
team.
no.
So when you talk to Dane Jackson, you tell him
I will tell him.
that we want a match.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's been challenged
Yep. I tell him.
and he can show up or wussy out, but we want him to show up.
Yep. He will show up.
He'll show up.
He'll show up for sure. Very nice.
Yeah.
Another nice man. Now, I'm not sure if you want to say, but do you have a favorite player on the team right now, or all of them?
I do have a favorite.
Okay.
Um, it's Zach Blake.
Jackson Blake is your favorite?
Yeah.
Baylee also, because she is the bougiest.
Yeah.
So Baylee has a jersey collection that is, it would make collectors jealous. She
Okay.
has amazing jerseys. But she has 8 customized UND jerseys this year.
Yeah.
So which numbers are they? Do you remember them all?
14,
Okay.
9,
Okay.
26, 27, 28, 18, 17,
Nice.
and
And
6.
those are your top 8 boys?
Number type 8.
Not your top 8, just jerseys that you wanted?
No.
Oh, how did you decide how to get those numbers?
I tell Ryan and Duther about it.
Oh, very, very cool. Okay, I like that. But yeah, she has an incredible jersey collection. She has been she collects them, but she's also been gifted some really, really good jerseys. So it would make a lot of people jealous,
Yeah,
right?
that is pretty cool. I don't have that many, but I have a couple of neat ones, and I put them up in the basement. That's where our boys play knee hockey down there all the time, Bailey.
Wow, I play knee hockey.
You should come play with the boys. They play a lot of games down there because we have a smoke machine and a goal horn
That is true.
and a candle that smells like Bavarian almonds now.
Gotta
Because-
set the whole experience.
It gets pretty crazy down there.
Yeah.
Do you think you could, if you could pick another player, because they play 2-on-2, who would you pick to come play knee hockey against the boys? They're all peewees, like Jet.
Yeah. Who would you want? Jet as your partner?
Maybe Charlie.
Oh, Charlie's a good pick.
He's a good
Charlie's
pick.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah. No,
that's
good pick.
that's actually a good idea. And part of the reason why it's a good idea is Charlie cheats. He will cheat to win.
That is true.
Because the last time he played, he got one of my jerseys, which is very big, and then he just stood in the net as wide as he could with it and let the jersey make all the saves.
I like it.
a smart guy.
My dad had a saying, if you won't cheat, you didn't want to win that bad. So, that's
Sounds like a teacher
and
to
that's
me.
that's just true. you
Yeah.
know?
That's wonderful. So, and this is the first year you've done your job, Baylee, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
and are
have.
you enjoying it a lot?
Yeah. The next one is in February.
Next
Ooh.
day that you go?
Yep.
Very cool.
So there's some big games coming up
Yeah, they're on the road to the
on
St.
the
Cloud.
road, and then
The St. Cloud.
yeah, the weekend after.
Yep.
I think
Then
Denver comes to town, right?
yeah, yep, I'm going to that game.
That should be very exciting. Who do you think will win those games if you had to pick?
That's for sure. You and Dave.
For
Okay.
sure, UND.
And
Yeah.
so, and I'm going to ask another question. On Friday night, what do you think the score will be?
Friday night, 5 for us and 2 for them.
5-2
Okay,
UND.
that's a good score. And then
I
what
like it.
about Saturday night?
Um, probably 6-3.
6-3.
6-3? Okay. Those are good scores. That sounds pretty good, actually. I like that.
Sounds achievable.
Now,
Yeah.
there is a gentleman in the NHL, Bailey, who just made the All-Star team, and I understand you know him.
Yep.
Do you want to
Yep.
tell us about that?
Me and Brock have like good chemistry together.
Yeah,
We like then he comes to my Olympic events and he takes me to prom
that's
and
so
stuff.
cool.
Yep, she's talking about Brock Boeser. It's one of Bailey's really good friends, and they went to prom together. Can you tell a story about how you and Brock wound up going to prom together?
So I have this Instagram account and my mom deleted that account because I tell them about it and like they made me take the prom.
Yeah. So you message Brock and ask him, right?
Yep.
But then your mom didn't know, and she deleted your account.
Yes.
And so Brock saw your message, but he couldn't message you back.
No.
And then he reached out to, he
No.
said, does anybody know Baylee Bjorge? And of course, many of the boys did, and they knew. And so Brock ended up calling her mom, Katie, on the phone and being like, hey, Baylee invited me to prom, and I'd really like to go to prom with her. So, yeah.
How much fun was
And
it?
was it a lot of fun?
It was so fun.
That's awesome.
Was Brock a good dancer?
We didn't go to dance.
Didn't go to the dance, just dinner and Grand
Oh,
March and
okay.
everything like that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yep. It was cool. And one of the cool things was Brock shared with us when he did is that that's the only prom he's ever gone to. So
Right.
she's the only prom date that he's ever had, because he said when he was in high school, he always had hockey over prom. So one of the reasons he was excited to go is because he said, I've never been to the prom before. So they you were his one and only prom date.
Yeah.
That's very exciting. Now, does that mean, are you a Vancouver Canucks fan now?
Yes.
Okay. Now, one of the things I really wanted to ask Bailey is, there's me and a couple other people in town, not many. There's only about 3 or 4 in town, but what do you think about maybe switching over and being an Edmonton Oilers fan?
I don't know.
Here's what I'd ask is you should, if you gave it, maybe if you thought about it for a few days,
I
and
don't
there's a lot
know.
of room
I mean,
in Van
Maybe.
Horst for Oiler fans. There's only a couple of us. There's me and a guy named Logan Bina and Max.
I don't know, Gabina.
Yeah, he's a nice boy, big Oilers fan.
he's a nice boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Max Miller, he went to Red River, but he's still a really nice boy.
You know Max
Yeah,
too,
I
don't
know
you?
that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And past that, there's
Um,
not many other Oiler fans.
Connor McDavid, though, has got to do a lot of footwork. Brock puts in all the work, you know. I mean, he
Yeah.
took her to prom. She has 2 signed jerseys of Brock's, right?
Yeah, too.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. His UND one, his Canucks one,
And another Canucks.
and yep. And another Canuck. So Brock, he puts in a lot of footwork to be her bestie. Like he does all the
I
work.
understand that. But
Yeah.
then the other side is he wears number 6, which for a forward, it always makes me wonder what's going on. Are
He
you
was
okay with
the-
him wearing number 6?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. You know, I think the big thing is you have to like what you like.
Yeah.
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 So maybe
And-
could Edmonton be your second favorite team?
Um,
What is your second favorite team?
Oh,
I
or do you
don't
have,
don't have maybe Brock Nelson.
No, team NHL
Oh,
team.
but okay.
So Canucks are number one, obviously, but do you have a second favorite NHL team?
I do, but I can't figure out what the name is.
Is it maybe the Las Vegas Golden Knights?
Yeah,
That's the correct answer, Bailey.
it is Las Vegas team.
Right.
Okay. So that kind of hurts my feelings because those teams are all they're all in Edmonton's division. So now I'm feeling a little sad, Bailey.
She likes to gamble though, so I can
Oh.
swear
Yeah.
because we do a lot of trips to the casino, Bailey and I. So she's one of my casino buddies.
Do you like pull tabs, Bailey?
I do.
I love pull. So fun.
The other thing that if anybody wants to check out, it's very cool going back to Brock Boeser, is I know it's on YouTube. Bailey was featured in, there's a documentary about Brock Boeser, and it is called Building Brock.
Okay.
It's just a great story. He's such a cool kid. Like I mean, he's not a kid. I'm not that much older than him, but what a cool guy. Like just a role model. His story, it's a good one for any hockey fan, but I think especially like young hockey fans to watch, because I mean, when he talks about his level of dedication, but Bailey is in that documentary.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So they came and shot that here. And so tell me about that, Baze, when they came and shot the documentary. What kind of questions did they ask you?
I don't remember the question.
Don't remember the questions?
No. They told me that I was in my room and got my pillow out, the picture of me and Brock together.
Yep, you had pictures of you and Brock, and they interviewed you about when you guys got to go to prom together, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Very cool documentary. And
yeah,
I mean, I will forever now also be a Brock Boeser fan, but it was really neat because the documentary touches on, like, when he first did this with Bailey, I was just so blown away. I'm like, who is this kid? Like, why is he this nice? You know, like, I mean, like, you don't usually see people that are like wildly talented, easy on the eyes, and sorry, Matt, and also like incredibly compassionate, good human beings. And but he talks about his sister has special needs.
Yeah.
And he talks about in the documentary that just kind of, like shaped his life and who he wanted to be and how he wants to treat people. And so it's really a great documentary, one that I will make my boys watch repeatedly, just because he's just a grade A human being, Brock Boeser. I mean, he really, really is. Like, you don't meet a lot of people like him that are just absolutely that genuine. So a very cool thing. Bailey brings a lot of cool people into our lives, but that was a really, really cool experience, right, Base?
Yeah, he did.
I met him when he was about 15 or 16, and just a very, very nice young guy and well spoken and looked right at you and spoke. So yeah, nothing but nice things to say about him.
Well, and he still texts with you, doesn't he?
Yeah, he did text me a lot.
Yeah,
that's so nice.
I want his parents to like make a manual on how you raise boys like that, like, and spare no detail. Because I'd like to break this down, and maybe they could do a master class. I would sign up for it, like how to have an extremely nice, talented son. That's just like a grade A human. Like whatever the Boesers did, they did a good job.
Yeah, I would like to watch that because my oldest is in the basement watching YouTube videos of these Southern guys, and now he's speaking in an affected Southern accent. So
I love Archie so much.
Child needs some help. So good. Yep. Well, Bailey, listen, is there anything else you want to share with us?
I don't remember.
Don't remember right now?
No.
Well, that's, I tell you what, you can come back on any time because as long as you have Auntie Kelly's phone number,
yes, I do.
Exactly how to get on the show.
Yep.
Right?
And do you promise to get your followers to follow us too? I mean, you got a lot of clout, and we're clout chasers. Yeah. So we just, we need your celebrity base. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But and like I said, we could do something as well. Like I'd love to plug Special Olympics, and getting people in the community out to watch Special Olympics. Like they said, volleyball season is starting. It is a ton of fun. Team Thunder, they obviously are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And
always,
so,
yeah,
yeah,
always so much fun to play when there's a lot of fans there, right?
Yep.
I love it.
That's tremendous. Yeah, so Baylee, come back on anytime. When your volleyball season is over, I think you should come back on and tell us how the season went.
I
And
will.
then, yeah, and then it'd be a perfect time because it'll almost be ready for you to come and watch me and your aunt play.
Yeah.
Yes, you need to come to our volleyball games and give us some pointers on how to be a champion. And really, work on your Uncle Matt because he could do better,
Yeah. He needs it.
Yeah.
He needs it.
Yeah, you can give him, you work on him one-on-one. You can coach him up.
Yeah.
Is that a deal?
Yep.
Okay.
And she
Listen,
can give us a recap of the whole one. We should have you when the UND hockey season is done, and you can kind of give
that
a
would be a
recap
great idea. Yeah.
how your season with the UND Fighting Hawks went under your leadership and management.
Yep.
And then, yeah, we can talk about the best things to order at Sublime.
Yep.
Because in the summertime, I would leave my nanny for my boys my bank card, and she would take them to Sublime. So all of my bank statements all summer are just Sublime.
Sublime teas.
Sublime teas.
Yeah, it's a necessity.
Yes, agreed. So Baylee, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you had a really fun time. And so
I did.
we'll
Thank you
get
for
this
having
ready.
me.
Oh gosh, anytime. It was so much fun. And so we'll get the episode out shortly, and we'll look forward to watching it. And then you can send it to all your friends.
Perfect.
Is that a deal?
Yep.
Okay, Baylee, thanks again. And can you say something nice to Corey? One of our other friends, Corey's in Las Vegas.
He's in Las Vegas right
We're a
now.
little mad at him. So do you have anything nice to say to Corey?
Have a nice trip.
Okay, that's not what I'm thinking, and that's not what Kelly's thinking. So that's good. I'm
Well,
glad you said something nice.
And Corey had the audacity. He goes, "Hey, Kelly, what should I do in Las Vegas? Keeping in mind, I don't like gambling or going to shows."
Yeah, right.
I'm like, kind of just named like the two things that you do in Las Vegas, but I gave him some restaurant recommendations. So, because the food is worth the trip. So,
yes. Yeah, well said. Well said. Well, Corey, wherever you are, I hope you're having fun. Baylee, thank you so much for joining us. Kelly, thank you again. Thank you for watching and or listening, or both, ideally. Oh, and thank you to our fine sponsors, Endries Construction Services. I don't have a lot of clever things to say, but Sean and Jackie, we appreciate it. Thank you to Endries.
thanks, Andres.
Bye-bye.
Good night, guys.